Welcome to episode 607 of Salsidoparanormal. I'm your host, James Salsido, and tonight we are continuing our review of Orpheus, Mythos of the World by Padraic. As always, you can find all episodes of the show along with links to social media and other ways to contact me at the podcast page, and that is salsidoparanormal.podbean.com. That's SALSIDO paranormal.podbean.com. Always happy to hear from you all, whether you have comments or questions or topic suggestions or accounts of paranormal experiences. Whether they're your own or from others you trust, happy to either read those or have you join me on the show to talk about them. Thank you all for listening. Whether you are here for the live streams on Discord or if you listen to the podcast or YouTube feeds, or on the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP Digital Broadcasting. There you can hear replays of 2 episodes of the show every night at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, right before Troubled Minds Radio comes on. And as always, I want to thank Michael Strange, host of Troubled Minds Radio, for having me on the network and putting all my shows up there as well. So, and there are many ways to support the show. If you'd like to do that, you can always share the show with others and rate and review it on your favorite podcast platform. You can find books I've written over on Amazon, paranormal fiction and nonfiction. You can sign up for the Patreon page where you'll get 2 extra episodes of the show per week. And that's for all paid membership levels there. And you can always send in one-time donations through PayPal. Support is never expected, but always appreciated, as there are expenses in making these shows, from equipment to research materials to travel expenses in some cases. So I think that takes care of everything for that, and we are getting back into mythology here. Sometimes I have comments on what I end up reading, and other times not so much. So we'll see how it goes today. I do know that I am terrible at trying to pronounce all these names of people and places and all that, so I want to apologize in advance, as always, because I am sure I'm going to mess things up with those things, those words and names and everything. So, but yeah, so still happy to read all that, and thank you all for being here. I see you all in the chat. Thank you. And yeah, so had a little issue with my recording software. Had to switch from one to another, one bot to another, but so far it looks like it's working. So, anyway, let me see here. Let me get to the file. Also, Logan, my cat, is hyper right now, apparently, so I apologize for any sounds you hear because of that. So let's see here. We are on Welsh mythology. Now, this first one here they have is about apparently someone named that's probably not the way it looks like it's spelled or sounds, but it's Math, M-A-T-H, the son of Methonwy, M-A-T-H-O-N-W-Y, and it's broken into a couple parts here. The treachery of Gwydion and Gilvathway. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Like I said, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. So, Gwydion, it says, told us, and this is all, forgot to mention, this is all summaries of the book generated by AI, which I read, and then we talk about if I have any thoughts on it. So, and if you all as well. So, in the chat there. Gwydion told his uncle, Math, that Pryderi, Pryderi, had received marvelous swine from Enwyn, that other world, and these are swine, of course. That means like pigs, I believe. Gwydion offered to get the swine through trickery to bring Math to war, allowing his brother Goethwy to take Math's footholder, Maiden, Gowen, Goewin. Math could only exist if his feet were held by a virgin, according to the mythology, except during war. Gwydion and Galvethwy coveted Gowen. Disguised as bards, Gwydion's group was welcomed by Pryderi. Gwydion entertained the court and asked for the swine. Pryderi said he couldn't give or sell them until they bred double their number. Gwydion used magic to create 12 gold-adorned horses, 12 greyhounds with gold collars, and 12 shields, offering to trade them for the swine. Pryderi agreed. Gwydion rushed the swine to Math's land before his illusion faded, so basically none of that stuff existed. Pryderi came to reclaim them, causing war. And Goethwy took Gowen. In battle, Gwydion killed Pryderi. Gowen revealed to Math she was no longer a virgin. Currently, again, a lot of this mythology, depending on where it's from, it's not always the kindest to women. But anyway, put it lightly there. Math married her and vowed punishment to his nephews. And the next section here is the transformations of Gwydion and Goethwy. I'm probably not saying that right, but it's where my mind and mouth are going, apparently. So Math turned those two into breeding pairs of deer, then wild hogs, then wolves for 3 successive years as punishment, with their offspring baptized as his pages. Okay. So basically, yeah, that's quite the transformation there. Gwydion suggested his sister's daughter take Gowen's place. Math magically tested her, and she gave birth to 2 boys. One boy, Dylan, that's the first name I've been able to actually read, became a sea creature. Gwydion hid the other, who grew up rapidly, and he tricked Arianrhod, Arianrhod, into naming the boy something I cannot pronounce. Liullawgyffes. That's 2 spaces in between some of that. And later provided him arms circumventing her curses. So I don't know what a lot of that means, but the next section is the maiden made of flowers. Gwydion and Math made Lugh. I'm not sure if I have that right, but made him a wife, and she was made of flowers. Lugh received an area, I'm guessing a Cantrev to rule, Cantrev, and but then apparently Blode, Bloudewedd, fell for Gron, Gronw, a hunting lord, while Lugh visited Math. She tricked Lugh into revealing he could only be killed if struck by a specially made spear, while standing with one foot on a bath, basically a bathtub, and one on a goat by the tub. That's quite the balancing. Gran made the spear, and Bladewed convinced Lou to demonstrate the odd pose, and Gran threw the spear, but Lou turned into an eagle and flew off. Gwydion searched for Lou and found him, wasted away in eagle's form. And, of course, he struck Lou with his wand and restored him. That was not what I expected. Gwydion led Lou's army against Gran and others, and Gwydion turned the fleeing Blodewed into an owl as punishment for shaming Lou. So that's the end of the mythology there. A lot of changing shape and all those things going on there. So, and again, a lot of names that I could not understand there. But yeah, so that's the section on Welsh mythology there in that book. What's amazing to me is there's a couple of other sections earlier that were on mythology on other parts of the world where there are other stories in them that I know the book didn't cover. So who knows how much is out there. That's the amazing thing about all this to me, is for every one that they cover in this one book, who knows how many are out there from the same or nearby regions that we just don't know of, that are either just lost to time or they're just not shared as much because of various reasons. So moving on to the next section here. This is apparently, let me see here, Finnish mythology. And this is from that part of the world. This next section is called Lemminkainen, Lemminkainen, his destruction and his restoration to life. So again, that seems to be a common thing in a lot of this mythology around the world, this idea of sort of death and rebirth, or destruction and then restoration. Lemminkainen went into the forest, chanting magic songs to appeal to the forest divinities Tapio, Nyriki, Nyyyrikki, and Maliki, Mielikki, to help him find and catch the elk of, Hiisi. Hiisi. He chanted to Malachi's serving girls and Tapio's daughter to aid him. He saw Tapio's golden mansions, but those inside wore shabby clothes. Lemminkainen chanted for the forest people to rearrange themselves in golden finery as in better times past. He asked Tapio's daughter Tuulikki, 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 I'm not sure, to drive the game towards him. His songs appeased the forest divinities who drove the elk to him, and he caught it with a lasso and took it to Pohjola, Pohgola, or Jola, sorry. Louhi, not sure if I'm sorry or not, Louhi, mistress of that region, said she would give Lemminkainen her daughter if he also captured the steed of Hisai. Not sure if I had that right. Louhi then demanded Lemminkainen shoot the swan on Tornilla's dark river with a single arrow to win her daughter. At the river, the scorned, blind cowherd Markahattu, Markhahattu, and the A's have a symbol over them, and I can't really see very well. Was waiting for Lemminkainen as he drew his bow. Markahattu threw a water snake that pierced Lemminkainen. I'm guessing basically bit him. Not knowing the magic song against water snake venom, Lemminkainen sank into the river and was carried to Tonella, Tuonela, where Tuni's son, Touni. There's a lot of Tou in this one here. Broke him to pieces, apparently. Again, this is mythology, so this does happen to different entities. They get sort of broken up into pieces, and doesn't describe always, at least in detail, what that means, if it's a literal thing or not. But anyway, Lemminkainen's mother, seeing blood dripping from his comb and brush, went to find him. So apparently that sounds like an omen, almost like she had those items, and then knew that there was trouble. It sounds like, anyway. She questioned Luai, who finally admitted sending him to shoot the swan. The son told his mother Lemminkainen was in Tornilla's river. She had, she had Smith Lemminkainen make a rake. Lemminkainen's mother went to the river and chanted songs for the sun to shine brightly and make the guardians of Tornilla sleep. So I wonder, that sounds almost like they're nocturnal. Unless it's more of a matter of things get too warm and then you end up sort of passing out. I'm not sure. She raked the river 3 times, finding pieces of Lemminkainen's body. She pieced them together and chanted songs for the body to be rejoined. That sounds like, and I forget now who it was, Egyptian mythology. There's a story about one of the major deities there being broken into pieces and then put back together again. And I feel like it's one of the biggest names there, and I just can't remember who it is now. But I can look it up later. Going back to the document here, I'll try to get through this section before we run out of time. Lost our spot. Okay, so still lifeless, his mother sent a bee to fetch life-giving honey salve from the god Jumala, Jumala. She used this to revive Lemminkainen. Sorry. He wanted to still slay the swan, but his mother persuaded him to return home to his waiting bride, Kylii, Kyllii. No, I'm sorry, two L's, Kyllii instead. So someone different. So that's where that one ends. So yeah, that's quite the story there. But again, I may have to look that up here in a second here. Figure out who it was. Osiris. Thank you. I thought I knew I'd probably recognize it when I heard it. There's a story about mythology in Egypt about one of their major deities, Osiris, being basically killed and then put back together again and brought to life. So yeah, that's I guess we can start on the next section here. Excuse me. and see how long it is. Doesn't look too bad, and we can always stop if I need to. All right. So this next one, we're getting into Icelandic mythology. It says, in the beginning was Yawning Gap, which is Ginnunga Gap, Ginnunga Gap, with the place of fog and mist, Niflheim, on one side, and the place of fire, Muspelheim, on the other. Says chill streams from Niflheim flowed into Ginnunga Gap and were turned into mist by the heat from the other region there, forming the ancient giant Ymir and the cow Adamna, Adama, Audhumla. Ymir drank Adama's milk and multiplied the race of giants. Adamla licked a cliff of ice, forming the beautiful being, well, that's odd, Buri, Buri, whom Ymir hated. So basically turned ice into a living entity. Buri's son, Bur, Bur, married the giant Voltorn's daughter, Bestla, Bstla, and had 3 sons. Othin, it's Oithin, Onir, Honir, and Lothar, Lothur. The first Asir, Asir, which apparently means gods. So I think we'll leave it right there because that's we're right about on time here, and we'll keep up. Start this again next time. These tales of beginnings are always amazing to me because sometimes it seems like they are beginnings only in the sense of a story as we think of stories now, where things have happened before, where we start to pick up on the story, on the events. But it's the beginning for that telling of that part of that sequence of events. And that's always amazing to me. I think about that a lot with books or stories that I read or watch. I always wonder what the characters do after the whole thing is over. And so the same applies for before everything starts too. But that's all the time I have for tonight. Thank you all for listening, and I will talk to you all next time on Salsidoparanormal. Take care.